Welcome to Next Level Gaming, where we bring you the top 10 fighting games on the Nintendo Switch. Are you ready to take your brawling skills to the next level? Whether you're a seasoned veteran or a newcomer to the fighting game scene, the Nintendo Switch has something for everyone. We will also be including platform fighters in this list because the Nintendo Switch is home to some of the best platform fighters. So grab your Joy-Cons and get ready to rumble, because these top 10 fighting games are guaranteed to give you a beatdown you'll never forget. Before we hop in, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more Nintendo Switch content. Number 10. Attention all gamers, armchair warriors, and joystick jockeys. Are you ready for a fighting game that will really stretch your skills? Introducing ARMS, the game that lets you duke it out with opponents using nothing but your telescopic limbs. That's right, you'll be pummeling foes with punches, uppercuts, and all sorts of other moves, all while trying to keep your distance and outsmart your opponent. And the best part, you get to choose how you want to play, use motion controls for a workout and some added fun, or stick with traditional buttons for a more classic feel. Either way, you'll have a blast with the 10 quirky characters available, each with their own special abilities and traits. The roster is the perfect size, with no one character feeling overpowered. All in all, ARMS is a fun and unique fighting game that's worth checking out. Number 9. Are you ready for the ultimate fighting experience? Look no further than Guilty Gear. The series first hit the scene in 1998 and it's been causing chaos ever since with its gorgeous hand-drawn characters, pulse-pounding rock soundtrack, and insanely fast combo-based gameplay. It's a game that's easy to pick up but tough to master, with a ton of original concepts and a deceptively deep fighting system. And now, in this 20th anniversary edition, you can experience the very first game in the series alongside the culmination of everything that's been introduced over the past 15 years with Guilty Gear 20 Accent Core Plus R. So, what makes Guilty Gear so unique? Well, for starters, it has a 6-button setup with punch, kick, slash, and much more, and once you get the hang of that, you'll also have to deal with tension gauges, overdrive attacks, faultless defenses, and instant kills. It's a game that's easy to learn but hard to master, and it's still just as fun and fluid today as it was back when it first came out. So if you're a fan of fast and frenetic fighting games, you definitely don't want to miss out on Guilty Gear. Number 8. Get ready for the ultimate fighting experience with Them's Fightin' Herds, the game that combines My Little Pony with heart-pumping action. This game has it all: gorgeous graphics, a captivating story mode, and deep mechanics. But don't let the adorable characters deceive you, these fighters are all business. With a roster of only 6 characters, each one is distinct, with their own moves, magic abilities, and playstyle. Whether you want to summon dogs to do your bidding, hug and clean your enemies, or keep them at bay with powerful zoning, Them's Fightin' Herds has you covered. And if that wasn't enough, the game also boasts a retro-style RPG story mode, packed with amusing dialogue and lovable characters. So don't wait, join the pony-filled fighting fun today. Number 7. Are you ready for the ultimate brawling experience with your favorite Nickelodeon characters on the Nintendo Switch? Look no further than Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. This game, developed by the talented team behind the popular platform fighter Slap City, brings together 20 of your favorite characters, each with their own unique move set of around 18 moves. The moves are easy to execute and add plenty of depth to the gameplay. The characters have made a seamless transition from 2D to 3D, and the visuals are stunning on the Switch. The soundtrack is filled with catchy tunes that will get you pumped up for battle. And if that wasn't enough, completing the single-player arcade mode unlocks a variety of artwork that you can peruse at your leisure. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is a must-have for fans of the platform fighting genre and for anyone who loves Nickelodeon. Don't miss out on this action-packed brawler. Number 6. Welcome to the world of Naruto, where epic battles and top-notch animation await. I'm here to bring you the inside scoop on the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm trilogy, graciously provided by Bandai Namco. This collection follows the beloved anime and manga series and does an excellent job of bringing the fantastic story to life. Join Naruto as he transforms from ninja wannabe to village protector, surrounded by a cast of characters overflowing with personality and backstory. The audio, composed by Chikeo Fukuda, is simply superb with a varied and excellent soundtrack. The combat in the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm trilogy is sure to be a wild ride. Expect fast-paced, action-packed battles featuring all your favorite characters using their ninja skills to take down their opponents. And with a variety of modes, including one-on-one battles, team battles, and epic clashes, there's never a dull moment. Plus, with gameplay mechanics like character switching, special abilities, and counter-attacks, you'll feel like a real ninja master. Just watch out for any rogue kunai flying your way. But what about the visuals, you ask? No need to worry, the remastered graphics are gorgeous, with smooth performance and epic cutscenes and boss battles. So is the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm trilogy worth the cash? Definitely, with a fantastic story, excellent audio, and top-notch visuals, it's a must-play for fans of the series and newcomers alike. Get your ninja gear on and join Naruto on his journey to become the next Hokage.
Number 5.
Samurai Showdown is a legendary fighting game series that's made a comeback in a big way. For those unfamiliar with the series, Samurai Showdown is known for its methodical, footsies-based gameplay and its focus on careful positioning and reading your opponent. It strips away the complex combos, juggles, and other high-level techniques found in other fighting games, and instead puts the emphasis on punishing mistakes and making the most of every opportunity. One of the things that sets Samurai Showdown apart is its rage gauge mechanic. As you take damage or land well-timed just guards, your rage gauge will fill up, allowing you to deal extra damage and use your weapon-breaking super move. But be careful, because once you use it, it's gone for the rest of the match. This adds an extra layer of strategy, as you have to decide when the best time is to use your rage and go for the kill, or save it for a comeback later on. All of these mechanics come together to create a uniquely tense and rewarding fighting experience that's unlike anything else in the genre. The simplicity of the 4-button combat system belies the depth and strategy at play, and the mind games will keep you on the edge of your seat.
Number 4.
Ever wonder what would happen if Tekken and Pokemon had a collaboration? Well, you get the epic game Pokken Tournament DX. Now, if you're like me, you probably have a love-hate relationship with fighting games. On the one hand, they can be super satisfying to master and totally dominate your opponents. On the other hand, they can also be frustrating as all get out when you just can't seem to pull off that combo you've been practicing for hours. But fear not, dear viewer, because Pokken Tournament DX is here to save the day. The controls are super smooth and responsive, which means you can execute those fancy moves with ease. And even if you're not a seasoned fighting game pro, the gameplay is easy to pick up and totally accessible for casual players. But don't let that fool you, there's plenty of depth to be found here for more competitive players. With a roster of 21 different Pokemon to choose from, each with their own unique moves and abilities, you can mix and match to find the perfect playstyle for you. And let's not forget about the graphics. They're absolutely stunning, especially when you're playing in handheld mode on the Switch. It's like having a little pocket monster battle arena with you wherever you go.
Number 3.
Are you ready to rip out some spines and shatter some skulls? Well, you're in luck, because today we're talking about the Nintendo Switch version of Mortal Kombat 11, the game that lets you do all of that and more in the most gruesomely satisfying way possible. For those unfamiliar with the Mortal Kombat series, it's a long-running fighting game franchise that's known for its over-the-top action, brutal finishing moves, and a roster of memorable characters that range from ninjas to gods to robots. Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch also includes all of the content and updates released for the other versions, including new characters, stages, and gameplay modes. The game's single-player campaign is a standout feature, featuring a compelling story that ties together all of the previous Mortal Kombat games. In terms of gameplay, Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch is just as fun and satisfying as the other versions. The controls feel tight and responsive, and the character roster is diverse and well-balanced. The game's tutorials do a great job of teaching players the ins and outs of each character's moves and combos. Overall, Mortal Kombat 11 on the Nintendo Switch is a great port of an already fantastic game.
Number 2.
Are you ready to unleash your inner warrior and fight for universal domination? Are you ready to feel the power of the energy beams and the Gallic gun coursing through your veins? If so, then you're in luck, because today we're talking about Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Nintendo Switch. Dragon Ball FighterZ is a contender for one of the most approachable fighting games, with a simple 4-button control system that's easy to pick up, even for new players. The gameplay consists solely of fighting, and the 12-hour story mode is presented in a board game-like interface where you move around fighting enemies, recruiting allies, and taking on boss fights. It almost feels like an RPG in this sense. The arcade mode also deviates from the traditional list of enemies to fight, instead offering difficulty arcs that branch out depending on your performance in matches. Online and offline play is also available, with a huge roster of characters to choose from. Despite some technical issues and a less than compelling story, Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch is still a solid port of the game. The controls are tight, the gameplay is fun, and the character roster is diverse. If you're a fan of the series or just looking for a good fighting game on the Switch, Dragon Ball FighterZ is worth checking out.
Number 1.
Super Smash Ultimate is the best fighting game on the Switch. First things first, let's talk about the characters. With over 70 fighters to choose from, there's bound to be one that speaks to your soul. Are you a fan of taking down your opponents with a well-timed arrow shot? then The Legend of Zelda's Link might be the fighter for you, or maybe you prefer a more hands-on approach. In that case, perhaps Donkey Kong's giant fists will be more your style. And if you're really feeling dangerous, you can always go with Sephiroth, the one-winged angel himself. But it's not just about the characters, it's about the gameplay. Super Smash Ultimate's controls are tight and responsive, making it a blast to play with friends. And with the addition of new mechanics like the perfect shield and mid-air dodging, there's even more depth and strategy to the combat. Just try not to get too cocky or you might find yourself getting launched off the stage. And let's not forget about the graphics. Super Smash Ultimate is a feast for the eyes. The characters and stages are all beautifully designed, and the special effects will have you feeling like you're really in the midst of a knockdown, drag-out fight. In conclusion, Super Smash Ultimate is a must-play for fans of the series and newcomers alike. With its massive roster, tight gameplay, and gorgeous graphics, it's sure to provide hours of entertainment. Now if you'll excuse us, we have some butt kicking to do. Thanks for watching guys, and see you guys in the next video.